Time now for this week's Ask Kelly segment, and today's question comes from Mike Commander.
Hey Kelly, just wondering, what's it take to become a volunteer fireman these days?
Well, as I come to learn, Mike is actually a lifelong member of Citizens Hose Company #1 in Glassport, so I'm thinking he already knows the answer to this question, but just wanted to share that with the community. According to FEMA, Pennsylvania has the third highest percentage of volunteer or mostly volunteer departments at 96.8%. So it is a really good question and one I was able to get some answers for. It is not wrong to call our firefighters heroes. The common saying is true. They run toward danger where most run away from it. It's also true that volunteers do it for free and often at inopportune times, like in the freezing cold, the middle of the night, or holidays.
It's asking a lot of a citizen to, apply their time to not only respond, but to train, to do fundraising. All those things come along with carrying that hat and literally dropping everything that you're doing to respond to that emergency all the time.
Matthew Brown is the chief of Allegheny Department of Emergency Services and also a lifelong volunteer firefighter. We caught up with him at the Allegheny County Fire Academy on a day when several departments were out there training.
I really enjoyed watching it from a young age, so I decided to join as soon as I could, and I just joined 2 months ago.
Ashley has been to one working fire so far in her home municipality of Munhall.
Whenever I practice it in a safe setting like this over and over again, it makes me more comfortable.
Instructors at this academy say the hours these young firefighters put in are critical for their response at real emergencies.
I think it's important, when someone from the public calls the fire department, that whoever arrives understands the problem they're dealing with and is able to deal with it.
Steve Imbarlina is the assistant chief for Allegheny County Emergency Services. He says the minimum national standard of training for firefighters is just over 160 hours. This academy and others around Pennsylvania, along with some community colleges, do provide that training and certification. But, and it is a big but, every one of Pennsylvania's 1,801 registered departments can decide whether or not to require that training, and many don't. The Office of the State Fire Commissioner's Participation Recognition Program says only 31 departments in the state are 100% certified. 60 departments are 75%, 59 are 50%, and 36 are 10%.
And there's going to be resistance, there always is.
Mark Guyon is the chief of the Sutersville Volunteer Fire Department. His department will reach 100% of volunteers trained and certified by January. With a population of just 474 in Sutersville, it is an incredibly rare feat, and it didn't come easy. When he came home to Sutersville to serve in the department, there were no requirements.
There was a pile of coats here, a pile of helmets, and the training basically consisted of, I'll show you on the next fire. Jump on a truck and we'll do the best we can. And it just wasn't, that didn't sit well with me.
He became chief in 1991, and it's taken over 20 years to get to 100%.
It's a fairly high standard to hold, but, I look at it this way. If it was my family that's jammed up under a dashboard at 2 o'clock in the morning, I want somebody coming out that knows what they're doing, not somebody that's coming out trying their best, because what if their best is complete incompetence?
160 hours is a lot to ask of volunteers, especially at a time where recruitment and retention have become top priorities for these volunteer departments. But ask any longtime volunteer why they do it, and you'll find no regrets.
I think it's that camaraderie, the teamwork, the people that they're with, the men and women that they train and respond with. But again, it's their community, it's their town. It could be their neighbor, it could be their family member who's the person in need on that next call.
And of course, we don't want to gloss over the fact that this training is also life-saving to the firefighter. The National Fire Protection Agency reports that every year between 60 and 70 firefighters lose their lives in the line of duty here in the U.S. Last year, 10 of those deaths, a disproportionate amount, occurred in Pennsylvania. Now, a lot of these academies do provide the training at no cost to the volunteer firefighter. To learn more about what the requirements are to become a volunteer firefighter in your community, just visit your local fire hall. And as always, if you have a question I can get answered for you, let me know. You can leave me a voice message at the number here on your screen, 412-244-4610, or jump straight in and send me a video message like Mike did. You can share that with me in a Facebook message or through email at askkelly@hearst.com.